Hello Libras, welcome to your relationship reading for September 2025. We're going to do our charms chart with cards for additional details and clarity. I timestamp below if you want to skip getting the charms and the cards. Otherwise, we're going to get into it. This is relationships of all type that I do. They're just discarding a few. Okay. So relationships of all types. So of course we'll touch upon love relationships if that's the topic of conversation this month. But it could be relationship with environments, food, travel, money, whatever it is. So we'll see here. I'm just going. I can feel movement up here. Okay. Oh, I think this wanted to come down. Yep. I don't think you have anything at the top here. Nope. Just going to turn these all the right way for you. And discard what they don't want. Okay. So let's get the cards here. For Libra, what are the topics of conversation? Wow, okay. I'm just gonna put them back in the deck. They know that I don't like the cards being shown right away. Wow, they are playing games with me now. Look at the cards jumping here. I don't know if Libras, you guys are all excited or can't stand still. Maybe that's what it is. You guys are, what is it, like pacing? What's the saying? Jumping out of your seat. In regards to something right now. But they definitely liked flipping the cards. Or maybe you're just flipping out. Maybe that's what it is. Are all the Libras flipping out right now? Are you hot-tempered, easily triggered? Is there a situation that has you, again, I just want to say the word flipping out, like the way all the cards kept coming out. Let's see what has got you all worked up here, Libras. Just going to take the timestamp for our friends, and then we'll get started here. But where do you want to start? You were so quick to come out. I have my little, it's like a sparrow kind of type of bird, kind of golden messenger. And I was sitting on lucky and love, very wealthy here. So I would say for the majority of you watching today, you're probably in a very stable relationship, or you're someone who often attracts really stable relationships in terms of the dynamics in the relationships, right? You're lucky in love. That would also be a nice long-term relationship. So maybe you're someone who has always experienced long-term companionship. So we have some fortunate luck here, and the sparrow was on it. Actually, I'll put the sparrow back the way it was flying, right? It was flying towards a past life lesson learned. So that's why you're lucky in love. You resolved something in a past life, and for whatever reason, your little messenger bird here wants to remind you of this. Maybe that's the flipping out. Are you having disagreements right now between you and a long-term companion, a long-term partner? I mean, love just means deep bonds as well. So best friends, you're very lucky there. You probably have tight bonds, very strong bonds with siblings. So there's some, you're lucky. They want you to remember that. Why are you flipping out? Why are you flipping out? Yeah, look at it. They want you to remember all the history. Look at everything you guys have built together, done together. And look at you breaking free here, releasing that energy. The reminder here of how lucky you are, how fortunate you are that you have such a solid foundation with this person. You have year upon year upon year of memories and experiences. You've overcome things together. I don't know, Libras, are you adamant that you're right? Because she's standing here, I want to say almost defiantly. I don't know if that, maybe that's the flipping out. Like, are you refusing to be proven wrong or be proven otherwise? Are you refusing to acknowledge that there's more than one way, right? There's more than one way to approach something or to resolve something. I just feel like your perception here, the sort of masquerade mask that she has on over her eyes, for me, that's like my glasses charm. That's like rose-colored glasses, right? You're not seeing clearly. You're looking through the mask here, but you're quite defiant. So you're drawing me up to the little choice here. The flower and the hair for me is choices. So you have a choice. You have a choice to not serve up this energy, right? You're lucky in love, so why are you acting this way is what I feel here. Now, all your charms are down here, so it's kind of hard to get the cards in here. So please bear with me as I fuss a little bit. I know it pulls the chart away on terms of being able to read on screen, but there we go. That fits. Okay, Libra. I don't know. Reminder, you're lucky in love. You're someone that has really beautiful, strong bonds here that last a long time. Why are you fighting that? Why are you throwing a wrench, right? Why would you risk losing? That's what I feel like they're saying. Why would you risk losing such a beautiful relationship here? From attitude. It really is just attitude. That's all I'm seeing there, right? When you're adamant that I'm wrong, that I'm always right. What's the word? What is that? Is it chauvinism, or it's not quite narcissistic? It's not that. Maybe it's just egotistic. You're having a flare-up of ego right now, but they want you to kind of make the choice here. You have a choice to kind of pull that back, rein it in. Okay. I'm going to come over here because the elephant's sitting on hot and steamy, and we know that you're flipping out and being defiant or steadfast in an opinion over here. And we have hot and steamy, and the elephant charm is confidently and courageously walking away from that. So this could be on the heels here of this message of if you make the choice to walk away from that kind of energy, right? I'm going to confidently choose to not be that way. The other message between hot and steamy with this elephant kind of pushing in. So this could be like a lust relationship, a crush that's kind of calling the shots here. You know, unrequited love even, though you're lucky in love. So I don't feel unrequited love, but I feel like, which is interesting for Libra, that somebody else would be calling the shots. Somebody else is defiant against you, right? The elephant's pushing back against you here. Hot and steamy, a battle. True love, okay. So we do have a love relationship here, coming off this reminder that you're lucky in love. So this is, with true love, that means it's an authentic bond. So again, this would be a parent, like a family member, so parent, sibling. This would be a very close friend, that neighbor that you care for, your partner, your child, that you're having this defiant conflict with, right? The elephant, you're pushing, they're pushing. And the tie here is the throat chakra. but it's the tie. So things aren't being spoken. So maybe just energetically, you're flipping and snapping, and maybe they're just quietly not even saying anything to you. They're just leaving the room. They're hanging up the phone. They just walk away from the texting conversation, whatever it is. There's a lack of conversation here. Words are not actually being spoken. There's no conversation. Oh, excuse me. There's no conversation happening. Did you hear that? Did you hear them steal my breath? Wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm crying here with that one. Got a little tear. Wow, just a sudden, I couldn't inhale. I wonder if that's a characteristic trait of them. I don't know if you have someone in your life with, maybe it's like asthma, or they flare up with something. Because see how that just came on me, right? You know, I have relatives, actually I think like 90% of people are open to this condition, but like psoriasis, itchy skin, flaky skin, could also be like a flare-up. That is a physical display of the tension here. Or that's how they reacted when you're in conversation. They just kind of go, you know, and they just, like I said, there's this walking away, there's this pulling in, there's this holding back. I'm not talking to you, I'm done with this, kind of sudden finality to a conversation. Or you shock them, because that sudden loss of breath too could be like, because it shocked me. So your response to them, your pushing back, your defiance, maybe that's shocking to them, like, whoa, where is this coming from? Okay, so they're pairing the situation here with the deep knowing intuition, the yang to your yin, right? Hands being held open to you. The owl here is kind of smiling at you. I don't know if this is like, I don't know if your angel here, your guardian angel's kind of trying to like make a face at you. I feel like I'm trying to like, when my father was with us, one of the things he did, we used to call it like fish lips. That was our term of endearment for the face he would make, because he would like pucker out his lips really big and kind of stick his tongue out a little bit and make a motion. Like, it was just something funny that he used. It was a tactic he used to break the tension between him and my mom, because he would give her fishy face kisses. And that would get her to like just chuckle and like, you know, like break the ice a bit. And that's what I feel like this owl here is kind of doing to you. It's trying to make faces at you. It's trying to like break your tension, break the ice. You know, let's just hold hands here. Let's calm down this fireball, right? The hands are trying to wrap around and contain this chaos, this rage, this ball of fire, and it's trying to replace it with all the beautiful stars. It is an emotional place with all the blue. So, you know, break the tension here, right? The no talking, the butting of the heads. I've got a loved one here, a guardian angel, a family member. Maybe you have a family member that used to make faces at you. Maybe your child, maybe their response to is to make a face, but then you get more flared up instead of what it was intended to be. It was intended to make you chuckle or laugh or just go, okay, whatever. And then you don't, so they just walk away. They're like, okay, so-and-so's in a bad mood. I'm just gonna leave. It's that kind of scenario I'm getting here with the cards. Okay. Well, speaking with, I mentioned child over here, so I'll come over here. Make the decision. We have a bit of a milestone ahead that it was touching. We have make the decision with my art palette here. This is childlike creativity, joy, happiness. Because we have building blocks, and I've been saying sibling, this could be someone you've known since childhood or just a really long period. So a 10+ year relationship, right? A 5, 6, 7+ year relationship, deep connection. But this is creativity. This is the power to manifest, the ability to change things up, right? You have a blank canvas. So what's it going to look like? What are you going to choose to do next? There's a milestone ahead here. There's a decision coming up. How are you going to approach it? What kind of dynamic are you going to have? And we have, connected to that decision that needs to be made, connected to this kind of drama that's happening, we have building blocks. So one step at a time. This is also alignment. So make the peace first, then your passion, the love flows back in, and then physical and emotional health and overall well-being, health of the relationship returns. But the peace, making the peace here is the first step. Peaceful energy, shifting, choosing to shift to more peaceful energy. And then, you know, it is the art palette. So I feel like after peace, you know, finding the peace, these 3 and 4, 5, 6, whatever, might be different order for you. It all depends. All depends on how you choose to approach this situation, what kind of future you want to have. You need to make that decision. Serendipity, there's good favor, there's good luck. 4-leaf clover. Also the wind is pulling you up here, right? She's blowing away out of this prior kind of patch, right? It's time to head in a new direction. Go where the wind blows you, right? Serendipitous, good fortune, good favor. If you trust and are willing to go this way, right? What are you going to create? What's the next step you're going to take after finding some peace? Are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to make peace? I should say that first. Once you make the choice to make peace, what's next for you? How are you going to approach that? Okay. So coming to another kind of connection here, like a deep, a passion area for you. Doesn't necessarily mean a person, just means a passion area for you. There's this ending with a new start opportunity. Closure brings opportunity. Finishing a project lets you start a new one, right? And there was celebration with that. We have the wine bottle that fell on celebration. This also feels like a weather vane, kind of like spin the bottle. I want to play with it. So freedom of what's next, right? You finish something, so freedom of what's next. So maybe you have a joy of hobbies, you have a passion or a very passionate interest in something. So this could be like completing your costume and going to cosplay. This could be a love of puzzles, right? You finish one puzzle, gives you an opportunity to start another. But they want you to like celebrate completion and giving yourself the freedom to start something new, and or that's your energy. This is what makes you happy. Because again, I feel a deep passion here and interest. This is what excites you. This interest that you have. You like to celebrate completion. You like to celebrate that, yeah, I get to do something else now. This could be a trip that you just took. So you're checking off your bucket list. Yay, where are we going next? So your relationship with travel. So this is a relationship you have with something you love to do. And you're getting to opportunity to celebrate this completion and like I want to keep saying freedom, opportunity to kind of start anew. And then finishing on your intuition here, we have your little timekeeper white rabbit, you know, your soul energy here that keeps pace with your soul plan, your Akashic record. That's why he's sitting on intuition. So your Akashic records are sitting in a present tense of peace, right? The white rabbit. This is a time period for you to find peace, maybe that's what they're reminding you of, these interests. Like this is where you find peace, right? When you dive into what it is that you love doing. Reading. I want to say gardening, but the season here in Canada is changing for that. But I mean, there could be an indoor gardening. I mean, it's just houseplants. Like I have a passion for houseplants. I enjoy like encouraging them to grow so beautifully. So there's like a sitting in that. You know, if you can find time in your day to just really allow yourself to sit in that for a little while, focus in on it, right? Sit in that place of in your place of happiness, right? Your joyful. What am I trying? What's the word? Your happy place. What makes you comfortable? What makes you smile? But there's a bit of solo time here. Like this is what you do, what you're interested in. Doesn't necessarily mean you're not with others. Like say you're into photography or you're into art and you have a class that you join. Maybe it's a workout class that you enjoy that you haven't been doing in a while. I have a personal trainer that kind of goes in and out of jiu-jitsu, right? But he loves it. It brings him peace and calm and puts his whole self in a state of rest so that you can get clarity of mind, you can get clarity of emotion, you can get out of this tense situation, of this defiant stance that you have. So you've got to push from your soul to, whoa, let's sit in positive energy here. Let's do what you love. Return to what you love. Look at that new life, right? Look how smart your soul is. Look at the purple here. Your intuition, your soul is telling you, take a moment to just calm down. Remember what makes you happy. Rejuvenate, renewal, right? She's stretching. New day, sun shining. Let's tackle this with peace, contentment. I'm going to do what makes me happy today. So quite a shift here in energy as we went through. We started off with such a gray, kind of more muted tone card of where you're at and where you could be. And with this more vibrant self, this waking up and stretching and breaking free, right? She's in a relaxed, flexible body position, not rigid and defiant. So being more adaptable, being open-minded. Yeah, that's where your rabbit wants you to be right now. Let's remember what we used to celebrate, what we used to laugh about, and let's get back there, right? Let's close this off and get back there. So Libra, a little bit of work this month in terms of your relationship space, but I feel it's just more mindset, emotions and mindset. Emotions and mindset, how you're feeling and what you're believing you should be doing right now. And your reading's just full of reminders. We started off with a reminder and we ended off with a reminder here. So hopefully you take away the messages that they're trying to get across, and we'll check in next month to see how this is all shifted.